Hi everyone, welcome back. Angie Hayes Therapy here. And this is my final video in my little mini series of 5 all about resilience. And as I promised in the last video, today I'm talking about your support network and your tribe, because resilient people surround themselves with their tribe. They go out there and they seek the right support and the right people around them. So how do you know you've got the right people around you? They should have some very important qualities, actually. They should be like-minded. Yeah, so if you have interests, it's brilliant because you're going to find like-minded people there where your interests are. They need to be supportive and have your back. You know, there are some important words around this tribe of yours. They need to be trustworthy, they need to be loyal, and they need to be respectful of you and what you're going through. If they're not your tribe. So don't waste energy on them. Your tribe would never, ever disrespect you or be disloyal to you. So if you're not experiencing that behavior, they are not your tribe and they are not worth worrying about any further. You need to really seriously consider whether or not you want people who don't show those 3 key things, trust, respect, and loyalty, in your life in a serious way. Sure, you're not going to get that necessarily with your work colleagues, all of them. You might form a bond with 1 or 2, but and even at school you've got your best friends, haven't you? But not everyone is going to be in your tribe, and you can't be all things to all people. So you've got to make sure you're getting the things out of those relationships that you need, and that is your tribe. And so many people fall foul of this and they don't actually surround themselves with the right people. So how do you even find your tribe? You get out there and you try stuff and see if it resonates with you. And if it resonates with you, it's going to resonate with the other people doing it as well. And I don't care how you haven't got any friends at the moment, how geeky you are, how awkward you are. You have a tribe. Whatever you're interested in, other people are interested in that stuff too. So follow your passions, follow your interests, and you will find your tribe hanging out there somewhere. And the more you do it, as I said in the previous video, you get into the habit, the more those things will come into your life because you're setting that intention. Another interesting facet of us resilient folk, is that we really, really, really recognize when we're struggling and when we need support. And if we need support, we'll go and seek it. We'll do some research, and we're not out there with gnashing and wailing of teeth going, I need help, everyone needs to help me. We're looking for the right support. Maybe that's what you're doing here watching this video, is you're just looking for something that resonates with you, because any therapeutic alliance, in order to be successful, needs that therapist and their approach to resonate with you. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You might have watched this and thought, oh no, what a load of old crap. That's fine. I'm not here to try and dissuade you or persuade you in any way. I'm just here to give information. How you want to take on board that information and how it suits you is entirely at your discretion. I'm not trying to influence anyone here. But the act of seeking help is not a weakness, it's a huge strength. Why is it a huge strength? I'll tell you why it's a huge strength, because it shows that you've got the courage and the commitment to introduce change into your life. Just think about that for a minute. You're demonstrating the courage and commitment to say, I know there's a problem here, I'm not really sure what it is or how to deal with it, so I'm going to seek help of people around me that can help me, because I don't want to feel like this, or I don't want to be in this position. I don't want this problem impacting my life any longer, and I want to change that. That's what resilient people do. And no matter how you think you haven't displayed resilience, if you're starting to think along those lines, my darlings, you are resilient. You're just getting back in touch with yourself now. So I just thought I'd end this video with a few pieces of advice, really. I don't like advice normally, but I prefer to call it insight, because people rarely take advice. But these are important things that I've learned along the way. two really important things, because I've talked a lot about relationships, but relationships aren't just love relationships and family. We have relationships at work, don't we? And school and all of those things. So on the work front, I was once given the best piece of insight I could ever have received from a CEO of the bank I was working for in the corporate world. He was the CEO. It was a women's event, a women in banking event. And he turned up because the guest speaker had a problem and couldn't attend. So he turned up, and I just thought, wow, what an interesting guy. And he talked about your relationship with your boss. And he said the one thing he'd learned in the whole of his career was to never work for a bad boss. Isn't this interesting? When we talk about tribe and we talk about leadership, there are some congruent behaviors you expect to see. And in a leader of people, you expect to have someone who's professional, who's trustworthy, who's loyal, who's respectful. And if you're working for a boss who isn't those things, move. Never work for a bad boss, because it will make your life hell. You can't change the way they are. Some people come up through companies, they're very capable of doing the actual job, but they're not capable of leading people. Yeah, they may be very good at academia, but they don't have the finer traits required for good leadership. Never work for a bad boss, because it will stymie your progress and it will stymie your career. Don't do it. Come from a place of self-love and make a change that's right for you. And I just want to finish on the subject of bullying, because I've been bullied at work, but people get bullied at school as well. And what I actually found in my bullying experience was that not only was someone who held quite a significant position in the bank, had it in for me in effect, saw me as a threat, whatever it was, I don't know. They had it in for me, but they got their little sidekicks in on the action as well, spreading malicious rumours and gossip. And I was hauled over the coals for something that I didn't say or do. And something that I said got taken completely out of proportion. And I could have got into a lot of trouble at the hands of this person. So guess what I did? After the initial anger and frustration and upset, fine, I got over that. Then I put him to bed and I thought, what am I going to do about this? So I got in touch with HR and I said, this is what's happened to me. Where do I stand? And actually, it was the best thing I did, because actually those people were in the wrong, and what they had done and the way they had conducted themselves was actually a serious misjudgment on their part. So when I had to go into my meeting and discuss it with a more senior manager, I had already taken back the control, because I could tell that meeting was going in a direction that was, well, of course, you have done this, you have said this, and this is how it's been interpreted. But actually, HR had my back on this one. And I was just able to go into the meeting and say, I've spoken to HR and they've got quite an interesting take on this situation. And it took the control back. I was in control. Remember, control is a constant. So sometimes staying calm, yeah, by all means, throw your teddies out the cot for a minute. We're all allowed to do that. We're human beings. Stay calm, get focused on what you want, what outcome you want, and you go and you bloody well go for it, my darlings, because you deserve it. Nobody deserves to be bullied. So if you are being bullied, go and speak to somebody about it. Do not just put up with it, because you are worth 3 million times more than that. You most certainly are. And it's something I get very, very passionately annoyed about, because I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. So I hope those bits of insight have been useful for you and helpful to you. And just remember, it is not a weakness to go and seek support, it is a strength. So I wish you love, luck, prosperity, thriving, happy lives. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon in another video, which will be about one of my other passions. It could be relationships, it could be anything. So watch this space. Till then, take care, sending lots of love. Bye for now.